Hello friends, Erin DiMaggio here, and it is December 6th, 2020. What a year 2020 has been, and we now have this opportunity to have some hindsight, to look back at our year and to focus on our wins. Our wins are the things that we did accomplish. Our wins are the fact that we are still alive, that we are still breathing, that we are still moving. And for me, this year it's really been an amazing year. I know that might sound crazy considering everything that's going on, and I'm very tuned in to what is going on right now. And I am aware that while I am sitting here in this very space, the moment of now is perfect and blissful and wonderful. And I'm also aware of things outside of my immediate being, right? So when people ask us, how are you? It's such a funny question because it all depends on how much you know. It all depends on what's going on for us in our DNA, in our genetic material, in our life story. And we all struggle. We all struggle with something, okay? And so this year, for some, the struggle has been so bad that they have taken their own lives. The struggle for some has been that they have been so afraid of COVID that they haven't left their house. The struggle for some has been that they have lost loved ones due to COVID. And a lot of people have lost other people due to cancer, heart attacks, tumors. There's so much loss, right? And there's also so much renewal and rebirth. That is how life works. Life is always a balance between the darkness and the lightness. Okay, dark and light. Life is always working within these polarities. And for me, one of the things that I think a struggle that I overcame this year is, for the longest time, I have been trying to be overly compassionate for other people's struggles. I have taken what you call over responsibility for other people's emotions and feelings. And this year, because I got so vocal, I had a lot of hate coming back at me. And the things that I have been vocal about, I don't think should be
go to work should not be controversial. Choosing what gets injected into your child should not be controversial. Choosing whether to mask or not to mask should not be controversial. Choosing to invite your friends and family over for Thanksgiving dinner should not be controversial. In America, freedom should never be controversial, ever.
So I want to share with you what my truth is, what my belief is, because our lives are complicated. They're wonderful. They're multidimensional, but so much of who we are as a human being is based on our belief. It is based on our faith, our religion, our creed, our tribe, where we grew up, where we came from. And for me, my belief is that I am 100% responsible for my life. I am responsible for everything I think, say, and do, for all of the choices that I make. All of them. And I made some good choices and some bad choices, but ultimately, I believe that I am responsible for all of those choices. I believe I'm responsible for my health. I believe I am responsible for everything I eat, don't eat, drink. If I love wine, I really do. I'm trying to cut it out of my diet. I need to do that. But if I have too much wine, I know that that's going to make me cranky the next day. I know that's going to shift my mood, and that's on me, okay? So I know when I react, when I respond, I always have a choice between stimulus and response. And I am not perfect, but none of us are perfect. If you're a Christian, you know that we are sinners. If you believe in past lives, you know that maybe sometimes we struggle because of the life that we had before we came here. But ultimately, we get one chance to be in our body. And we have no idea how long we get on this planet. And I think if you take this moment now to reflect back on 2020 and every moment in your life, think back to when you have gotten sick. Think back to people that you have lost. Think back to loved ones that you've lost in car accidents. Think back to people that lived kind of like a perfect life, but suddenly were diagnosed with some strange illness. Okay? We are not 100% in charge of what happens outside of us. The only thing that we really can control, and even that is really hard to control, is our thoughts and how we see life. And I'd say for me, one of the most disappointing things that has happened this year has been I have been involved in these communities that have always preached about mind over matter, positivity, thinking positive, having no fear, doing the Course in Miracles. Okay, Course in Miracles, if you don't know that, it's a great book, and a lot of people should really need to pick that book up right now. But they say there's only love and fear. Okay, and it is only perfect love that casts out fear. And these people that I have known that have been in all of these classes and workshops with me about empowerment and choice suddenly have been on the side of the fence telling everybody what to do. And so for me, that illusion of other people thinking that it is acceptable for them to control another person's behavior, breath, what they do, what they don't do, those are huge triggers for me, because those are dangerous actions. When people want to control your breath, they want to control your movement, they want to control your life. These are not actions that are life enhancing. These are not actions that are good for the soul of humanity. These are not actions that are going to help us to thrive. These are actions that will destroy the immune system, because the immune system is this complicated, magical, amazing mechanism that we are granted. And so much of our thoughts affect our immune system. Our thoughts are these amazing electrical impulses, and every time we have a negative thought or a positive thought, it is going to change and alter our cells, our DNA, our existence. So as we move forward, one of the things that a big win I have had this year is really learning to stand more fully in my truth, in the truth of who I am, and keeping my energy in my container, to be unfazed by other people's beliefs and attitudes, to really know that it's none of my business what anybody else thinks of me, right? What a gift. So that's been such a gift to have people really say mean and hateful things, to make accusations against my good character, because I happen to know that breathing is essential. And I happen to know that this virus is not like a mosquito. I know it's not going to come and suck people's life out of them, that that's not how it works. I know that what people are being told is not true, and it shows a really lack of understanding of what we're here for. We're here on this planet to choose our life, to choose what we do, to choose how we move, to be free. So as we finish up this year, I want you to take this time to reflect on what you've learned, what's been hard, what have you gotten past, and what are you moving towards? And for me, I'm always moving towards ultimate liberation, enlightenment, and freedom, and being the fullest expression of who I am. And I want to invite you to do that same thing, and you can move away anybody that blocks you from being completely free.